Hi, welcome back. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the filter function in Polars. So remember in the first video, so we covered the select function in Polars. So the second video is going to be about the filter. So filter is basically used to subset the rows in a data frame. So let's get started. So in here, again, I'm using the same data set. And then I simply put the filter, okay? So this is the way it works. And then I put the name of the column that I would like to subset. For example, I'm gonna say put the column, let's say sector, sector, and it's going to be, let's say, banks. And then, yeah. So now it only subsets the data for which only the banks are included in the sector. Okay, so any other sector than the banks is just removed from the data set. So instead of one condition, we could have multiple conditions as well. Let's put the head in here. I just want to show the very first rows. So let's say the sector is banks, and also the firm ESG score is not null, okay? DF filter. Okay, let's make an easy one. Let's say, okay, country is Brazil, right? Okay, country is Brazil. And so the easiest way to put an end is just to use a comma, okay? So instead of using a comma, you could put parentheses in here, and again, end statement, and then again parentheses, but it's just going to make the syntax a bit more ugly. So please just put a comma in here. So it means end statement. So the country is Brazil, and then let's say firm ESG score is not null. Let's say it is not null. Okay. So if we look for those two conditions together, so it seems that we don't have any company or firm. So in Brazil, for which the ESG score is different from 0. Okay, let just use the convention in here. Instead of comma, I put parentheses, end statement, again one parenthesis in here, again one other parenthesis in here, and then we get the same, okay? So if you do not put parentheses and use the end statement, you might get the wrong result, so just be careful. So that's why I'm recommending using the comma. So if you want to drop the null or missing values, you could say is not null. But if you want to negate a statement, you could simply put a tilde in here right before the column. Okay, let's say I'm gonna filter out the rows for which the country is not Brazil. Okay, I'm gonna say df filter, and then I'm gonna put a tilde in here. I'm gonna say pl call country is Brazil. Okay. I made a mistake, so I'm gonna tell you what it is. So I'm gonna put an exclamation mark in here, and then this is how I would remove Brazil. But let's say I wanna remove Mexico as well, and then I would put it this way. It works. Okay. So here our countries are not Mexico or Brazil. So the other way would be, there is another way. You would say df filter and then say df call, df filter, df call, let's say country. If you say is in, right? And then let's say Brazil, Mexico. Let's get the head. Okay, so this is how you would get the rows for which the country is in Brazil or in Mexico. But if you put a tilde in here, then it's going to negate this statement. So those two statements are exactly the same. So whichever you like, yeah, they're basically the same. So let's recap. So we learned how to filter rows for a single statement. We learned how to filter the rows for more than 2 conditions. So we learned how to filter the rows for in statement or is not in statement. Yeah. Let's try another filter. We'll call, let's say, firm bond price, bond price. But instead of null, let's say is not none. So the reason I'm covering this once again is that sometimes instead of null, you might get none as well. So this is also one option. Yeah. And also because here the firm bond price is casted as string, so we could just say cast, right? Let's say PL float. Yeah, now it works. Okay. But it doesn't remove the nulls. It removes the nonce. Okay, just be careful. So if I say null, then it works. So this is pretty much how you would filter or subset the rows in Porus. Okay. So if you liked it, please do subscribe to my channel. So in the next video, I'm going to cover aggregations and also arranging and summarizing the data. See you next time.